Hello, I'm Anna Kasatkina and welcome to the InstaForex news channel. The competitive devaluation, being of customary practice for the world, is likely to intensify in the nearest weeks as the US dollar, along with other major currencies, is still popular. Timothy Geithner, the US Secretary of the Treasury, declines this fact, though the Minister of Finance in Brazil, Guido Mantega, is absolutely right. Now the world is gripped by the international currency war. This conflict is certainly being discussed by Ministers of Finance and central banks governors of the key countries. Nonetheless, it does not mean some measures will be taken. When distortions appeared in the global economic recovery after the financial crisis and the international investors started to search for a high yield outside the major economies, the central banks of numerous Asian countries made interventions on the currency markets. The redirecting of the funds to the developing markets was accompanied by certain expenditures. Amid foreign capital inflows, the currencies of these countries enhanced, rising risks for the economic rehab because of the export competitive ability. There is nothing surprising in that the authorities of these countries attempted to deprecate the rates of their currencies. The central banks of the South Korea, India, Malaysia, Taiwan, of the Philippines and Singapore have vividly revealed their presence on the market, selling their currencies versus the US dollar. Thus, further intervention seems likely. The immediate causes of the US dollar falling will not vanish. The US economic data are still showing the instability of the recovery, with the obvious need in the quantitative easing. However, last week the representatives of the US Federal Reserve announced that there was no agreement of opinion in relation to further measures. That is to say, the uncertainty which has been weighing down the US dollar over the last few weeks will continue to dominate with a greater force amid the next FRS session at the beginning of November. You were watching the latest InstaForex news. Thank you and goodbye.